Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah. And the whole, I mean, so Gustafsson, what do you mean, 50, was it 1 saves? Something like that. Set a franchise record. There's no rational reason to change the goalie. Like, I don't care what he says. He's like, well, then what did they ask him? He said, well, we've been doing it all year, right? We've been rotating. It's the fucking playoffs, dude. How on... And even, like, after the game, Fleury was like, yeah, Gus was unbelievable in game 1. I was like, this is fucking insane. Even he wouldn't have put himself in. I don't understand the decision just because you've been rotating all year to do it, to put him in. He's rolling, put the kid back in. It's like the exact opposite of last playoff, where they just like decided not to until fucking the last game. And now they're like, well, I did that. Let's just immediately change this year after you win on the road in Dallas, who you historically play like shit against. The guy sets a franchise record. You're like, well, we got to do the exact opposite of what we did last year and make the change. Also, they lost game 1 last year. So he's like, we got to do the opposite and win game 1 and lose game 2. Maybe that's where he's at. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for Fleury, especially like, afterwards he's just kicking himself and like,
yeah,
I love the guy, but I really believe that even Marc-Andre Fleury, if he was the coach of the Minnesota Wild, would not have put himself in for game 2 after your goalie sets a fucking franchise record in game 1 of the playoffs. Like, the kid's fucking hot. Like, keep him in. And do what fucking Berube did after 2 games. If it's not going well, make the changes. Not fucking right away. And what does he do now? Goes back to Gus, right? So he's gonna go back to Gus. Wait, what if they lose 2-1? We're gonna fucking switch again because they've been switching. They're usually like, fuck with these guys. Like, you need to get a groove in the playoffs, and it makes no sense. The fact I had to look at my phone I thought it was a prank. I was like, they're not doing the same regular season bullshit in the playoffs, or like they can't actually do it. He knows you can't do that. But yeah, no, it's literally the exact opposite of last postseason. The exact opposite, where they just didn't do it until it was way too late. And this year he does it after a win, which is insane.
Well, but you know what the overlap is of the two? Marc-Andre Fleury. They started with Fleury when...
That's what I mean.
Albert. This year, they started with the right guy, and they're like, well, yeah, but we want to get Fleury in. Now, I got a couple of things, though. So first and foremost, everyone is freaking out. Fleury shouldn't even be the backup. Bring up...
Oh, yeah, that's insane.
Like there's bizarre things being said. Let's be clear. Marc-Andre Fleury had a bad game. Bad. The rest of the team was worse than him. The rest of the team was terrible. Fucking donkey, swamp-ass bullshit, and we need to realize and acknowledge that. That doesn't absolve, like, again, Fleury absolutely could have played better and saved some of the ones that went by, but he did not get a lot of help. But
no, he got no help.
None. But again, it's a breakaway. That goal.
Well, he does that like every time. Though. He does that like every single time.
If you watch it, and again, we're doing the slow-mo thing, but like he literally moves out of the way of the puck as that comes through the way he did it. Like, it's just fucking stupid.